everyone, and happy Halloween! This is Dory back with another one of Dory's helpful hints. The last video I did, where I got everybody to kind of vote for which palette they liked, in that video I promised that I would do an update on the Dressing Your Truth review video, and that's what this is. When I got the autumn palette that was featured in that video, I decided to do a 30-day challenge as a type 3 in the Dressing Your Truth system. So I took a photo, and all the colors were not in my palette. I did not get the yellow that I wanted, the mustard yellow, and when I mentioned that to Anne, my consultant, she said, well, I'm not going to fight you on it because it kind of goes along with your metals. But the actual sweater that I was wearing was not in my palette, but it was in the Dressing Your Truth type 3 palette. And I was actually pretty happy with the outfit that I had on and posted. And Carol came in to the post because it was on the Lifestyle Membership Facebook page and said, so you've decided you're a type 3 now. And I said, well, I was exploring type 3, and she asked if I wanted some feedback, and I said, yes, I would. And she came back and basically told me that I am not a type 3. I can't carry the texture of a type 3. That I will never be able to carry the texture of a type 3, and that I was a 1-2. Kind of hit me because while I wanted her to type me in the system, as I said in my previous video, I think it's very hard to type somebody from a picture alone. And that's basically what she did. And my writings, and how I came across, if I use, for those of you who are familiar with the system, if you use exclamation points, if you use emoticons, if you use, I don't know anybody who doesn't use some form of emoticons, and I do use exclamation points when I write. So I told her that I would give it a shot. When I had mentioned to her that I had never been able to disconnect from the system, she told me all I did was connect and disconnect. From those of you, again, who saw the previous video, you know that although I walked away on social media, I was still trying to work it out, still trying to figure it out in my mind. So I never really did disconnect from the system. But she felt like, walking away from social media, trying to get some distance to try and, I guess, solidify in my mind how the system worked, for her was stepping away. So I tried the type 1-2, as she suggested that I do. And I tried to tell her every time she typed me as a type 1, I'm not a type 1. I'm not light, and I'm not bubbly, and I'm not buoyant. I don't know that I bring a light energy to rooms when I walk in. I don't know that that's part of my dynamic. So I'm, 1 is probably in the mix, but I don't know that that's what I necessarily lead with. Last night I actually stepped away from the system permanently because I was going through a situation here at home that I felt like I really needed to connect with the women on the Facebook page. And we had been, as a group, going through the rewarding communications class that's part of the Lifestyle Membership for Dressing Your Truth. And I posted something about a communication issue between me and my husband, and I was asking for help in trying to change the dynamic, change the energy. I was sitting outside of Walmart in the parking lot, feeling terrible, not feeling like I could reach out to anybody else. So I reached out to my peeps online in the Dressing Your Truth program, put in there that I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot and that I really needed some help with an issue. The post was up long enough for one person to comment on it, and she just said, I'm going through the same thing, following, so that she could see if any advice was given to me. And then I got a notification from the Live Your Truth team asking to communicate with me via Messenger. Now, it didn't click for me why they would be doing this at that time. I thought they were trying to engage again in a different way of marketing, and I thought, okay, now I'm going to be getting notifications from them via Messenger, but I went ahead and accepted it, and I immediately got a text from them saying that my post had been deleted, that it was not Dressing Your Truth related, and they had deleted the post. Now for me, people had been posting for weeks because we were going through the communication class on these types of issues. And to read a post from somebody who was obviously in an emotional state and needed some support and remove the post and block that connection, I regardless of what type I am, I couldn't do that to somebody. I could not do that to somebody. And it floored me, first, that they told me the post was inappropriate, and secondly, that they would just coldly cut off communication and say, sorry, it's not working. So I got rid of all the groups and canceled my lifestyle membership and just decided this was not, I was staying with it for a sense of community because I liked the women in there and I felt like I needed the support in certain cases, but they took that away. So if all you can do is talk about fashion, I can do that on other websites where my posts are not deleted. So that's my update on Dressing Your Truth. I am very, Odie, sorry, he's chasing squirrels. There are other fashion sites that can help you with colors. This site, which I thought was about a sense of community and a sense of empowering women and a sense of helping and supporting each other through difficulties, the system now is so focused on protecting their program that it's lost that sense of community. So for me, even that piece is not worth maintaining the membership. So anyway, that's my update on DYT. I also wasn't happy that Carol, who says she never types people, I said I wanted her to type me, but I also said there was a situation where I felt like she couldn't see all 5 elements from a still photograph. And she takes your writing and your still photograph and says, this is where you fit. And as I've always said, we are complex individuals. There are a lot of facets to our personality. Everything that you do cannot be put into a box of this is this type. Pour us all into a bucket in different combinations. We're going to be unique individuals like paint. And we are all going to have, it's not type 1, it's how all the types relate to each other in our unique mix. I stand by that assessment. I've had nothing to happen to change my mind, and I'm hoping that this will help you guys get clarity or decide that you're going to head in a different direction as well. So once again, happy Halloween. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. The next video I have coming out is going to revisit my last video where I said that I would let everybody know the results of my poll. So that should be coming out in probably 3 or 4 days. So have a great night. Lots of spooky fun. Take care, guys. Till next time.